What's up, guys, and welcome to the vlog. So today is going to be an exciting day. Started getting some parts in. Everything is not in yet, but we did get a few things in. So let me go ahead and show you what that is. So we got the new floor mats with the 5.0 inside of them. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I just figured I'd try something different. Never really done these before. I've always just done the solid color. But so we got those. Next we have all of the rebuild kit or the bushings for your window regulators. These things are pricey, by the way, but I mean, you gotta have them, so there's that. And then a spring for the ashtray lid, and there's the ashtray lid. So that's for the console that I showed you that I got from Roger. And then we have just inner door channel molding. So we have those, and then we have just weather stripping for both sides. So that's what we have right now. This will be the console piece that I use with the new door. So like I said, I just want everything in the car to work. So that's the plan for right now, is put this in there until the new LMR cup holder console comes out. So we'll do that. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys a few of the parts that I got that came in last night, actually. So let's talk about the car a little bit. Sun's out today. I figured I'd pull it outside, kind of let you guys see exactly what's going on with it and kind of show all of its imperfections. There again, I told you guys that I bought this as a project car. Now I don't know how much you can see down the side of the car. It's kind of a straight car. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you guys can see, I can't see in the camera. I don't know if you can or not, but I'll point out a few things. So there's a ding here. That's no big deal. There's a ding up here in the body line, and then there's a couple just low spots right there. So this fender is going to have a little work. It's still something that's going to have to be addressed. Right here looks like somebody tried to pry on the door, so I don't know if you can see that, but that's going to have to be knocked out from the back side and flattened out, and then obviously there's going to have to be some body work there. We have a high side right there. It's going to have to be tapped down. Rest of the car for the most part is pretty straight. It's a couple little small imperfections and dings. That's no big deal. Most of that will just block out with a good coat of primer. So this side of the car is not too bad. The molding, I'm going to try to repair this molding over here just to save the money, but we'll see. It may not work out. This rear bumper is a major issue. Now I can fix all of this, even that little tear down at the bottom. I can repair all that stuff. You can get away with a lot, like I said before, with these bumpers, but the major issue is right here. The problem is it's kind of bowed in and just kind of messed up, and it's taken this back piece with it. So as you can see, it's kind of wavy and whatnot. I don't like that. When I paint this car, I want everything to be as straight as possible. The bottom side skirts, I've not taken them off yet, but I think they can be fixed. So I'm going to take them off, clean them up real good, and try to straighten them out and save these pieces, because there again, you can't get them, not new anyway, anywhere that I've seen, and you have to go to the 93 Cobra stuff, which is stupid expensive. The side molding on the car is too short, so you know, I had it back on the car for a little while, and it's about 1.5 inches too short, so I'm gonna have to order a new one. That's just that's how that goes. This side of the car has been hit, and it has no definite line right here in the back wheel well. The fender flare's just been smoothed out, so that's kind of an issue, but it is what it is. Overall they did a pretty good job on the car, so I should just be able to prime the shit out of it and really block it out, and I'm hoping that this side, you know, turns out pretty good. It's never going to be perfect, but that's okay. I mean, really, none of these cars are for the most part. This door looks pretty good. There again, it's just kind of, you know, just wavy. Front bumper. The front bumper I'm really excited about, because I get to save this thing. I get to fix this bumper, hopefully anyway, and show you guys that you don't have to go out and buy all new stuff. There's a lot of this that can be saved. This right here it's going to be a pretty easy fix. I'm just going to come in from the backside with epoxy and push it out. So put a big blob, you know, right behind this hole and push that out, and then I'll just kind of sand it all smooth on the outside. And it may take a little putty, just a small amount of putty. You don't want to put really any putty on this if you can help it, but if you have to put a touch here or there, no big deal. All this should be able to sand out for the most part. As bad as that is, most of the time you can get the majority of that out. There again, it's a bumper, you can get away with a lot. Up here, things don't line up so good, but I'm hoping that there's adjustment in the bumper. If not, if I can't get this bumper to line up and I can't get this out, then we're just gonna have to buy a new GT bumper. That's just how that goes, which will prolong the painting of the car. So, you know, hoping that we can knock all this stuff out and get the body work on this car done so that we can paint it. But if I have to start buying new pieces and parts, it's going to take a while. Money doesn't grow on. Hood is fine, no dents in it. The roof is fine, no dents there. So like I said, overall the car is pretty straight. It's got a few issues here or there that are going to have to be addressed to make this car stand out. So we will be putting all new trim on the car. Like I told you before, I'm not even going to try to attempt to repaint this because, I mean, it's broken in pieces. All of this old glue from when they had vent visors on, no problem at all. I'm going to sand all this down and it'll all be painted in trim black. This piece will be replaced. Now this will not be replaced. I'm going to pop all this off, give it a good scuff and a sand, put it back on. I will paint it with SEM trim black. Same thing with the cowl and the windshield wipers. When we paint the car, the quarter windows are going to come out, and just going to take those out. That way we can get paint all the way back up in here. Actually, the body of the car comes way back into here. So that's what we're going to do. That way when I put these quarter windows back on, everything will be good. And yes, they have shrunken up. That's okay. Eventually I will buy new ones. That's not high on the priority list though. So these things are really expensive, and I do want the OEM if I can. There's the Mustang out in the light. I just kind of wanted to show you, you know, because the car kind of seems to show up good on camera, and but it does have its issues. So don't get me wrong, it's just for whatever reason kind of photogenic. But that's the car. So I'm going to stop this short until we get the next shipment in. When the next shipment comes in, I'm going to go ahead and show you, and we'll talk about that. I figured I'd go ahead and try to address these side skirts since they don't fit too good. I just took them off, and we're going to try to see if we can straighten these things out. Now these are not the easiest thing to straighten out. The way they bow up, see, it gets almost like a smiley face kind of going, and this part is the other problem area. Essentially this needs to roll that way. So what's happened is, as you can see from right here up, has bowed in, and that causes that big gap right there by the door. So I'm not making any promises on these, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start on them, and if I come across a technique that works, then I'll start the video and kind of show you what it is that I've done. This is what I come up with. Basically, the side skirt's just screwed down to a piece of MDF, just so that I can hold it steady. And what I'm trying to do is get the bow out of it. Now, this will never be perfect, but this will make it better, or possibly make it better. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I've got it screwed down in different spots, and I've kind of tweaked it and pulled it, you know, in certain ways. And now we're going to apply some heat to basically set this look. I'm going to show you just how much heat affects this thing. So all you want to do is take your heat gun. Now watch really closely. See where it's laying against the screw? Now watch as I apply heat. See it come off the screw? So trust me, the heat does affect these things. They're pretty flexible, pretty easy to deal with. Anyway, I'm not going to show you guys the whole process or bore you with that, but essentially that's what I'm doing. And this is just wedged into the back to try to help roll this lip up a little, because it was actually laid down. But like I said, this is not perfect, but hopefully it'll be better than it was, because it had a big sag right in the middle of it, and it was also kind of twisted. So this had a big gap in it right here, so I'm trying to, that's what that screw is just pushing against it, because that's where I actually want it to be. The end piece is now upright, so hopefully this works, guys. But anyway, try something along these lines. Experiment. If you come up with something better, but you know, by all means, let me know. This is the way that I went about doing it, and we will see if it works. Well, I would call that a success. So nothing is screwed down. Everything's just kind of still sitting up there. But I want you to look. That looks really good. So that seemed to really work out. Still a little bit of a gap here, but that's in almost all of them. And what it is the fender needs to be moved in. What happened is the car was jacked up on the bolt in the bottom of the fender. But I did adjust the fender and rolled it back in like it's supposed to, so it lines up pretty good. But most of the bow is gone out of the ground effects there, and the big smiley face is gone for the most part. And also this is not popped all the way down either. It got rid of a lot of the waviness in the bottom of it, and there again, a lot of this can still be adjusted out as you put your screws in. So I'm really happy with this. I think I'm going to be able to save both sides by doing this technique. Just clamp it down on something with screws, vise, whatever you got to do. Make it as flat as possible across the bottom. Put some heat to it, and if there's any visual bows, try to get those out of there. Put some heat to it, and basically that just resets the urethane. So that's my opinion on it, and it works. Hey, give it a try if you got some extra time. It does work. It does help.
Got 4 tires and 3 buckets.
I'm sure you guys have already guessed what they are. There's your size. Okay, here we go. That's right, more anniversary wheels. So I changed my mind at the last minute and went with anniversary wheels, but there's a reason why. There's a reason why. It's gonna look pretty good. What do you think? But yeah, the car's not gonna stay completely red. Thinking about doing a color match bottom on these wheels on the bottom of the car, and then come back in with a tomato red stripe right down the center. I know that's going to date the car, but I don't care. I think it's really going to look good. Basically, it'll be Andrew's car just with a red top. Well, there she is. I think the wheels look pretty good. It's going to look better, you know, two-tone if I decide to do that, or either just new paint, obviously. But you can't go wrong with these wheels for the price. So there they are, guys. As of right now, that's what we got. We're gonna ride like this and still keep adding little parts until we can get the car painted. So thanks for watching.